What's going on, people? Welcome back to the Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and why not? The January transfer window update is here. The transfer talk show is right in the face of your channel. So make sure you have smashed the like button. Please do. It really means a lot. The likes are so small. Please do continue smashing the like button. Click that like button. It's a thumbs up button. Thumbs up. You can call it the thumbs up button. You can call it the like button. Wherever you call it, please make sure you're smashing the like button. And also, I need to know from your opinions what you think about the topics that I bring in. What is your view about the topics? I keep on reading your comments. That's why I keep on reading your comments to get your stand. So please do. Sorry for that. Please do comment. Please do always smash the like button. Let us get this party rolling. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Where do I start? Houssem Aouar. Nothing else. Houssem Aouar. Look at that. I know not so many of you can read this, but I have just translated it. It's from the AFC Bell, one of those credible Arsenal sources on Twitter, always quoted and cited by sites, and that's where we're getting our update today. This story has been roaming around, making rounds the whole day, so I just wanted to share the story before actually we go into the match preview, which will be dropping in 2 hours time. I'll be dropping the match preview, Everton Arsenal, at exactly 10 a.m. Before I go for the midnight vibes, which will actually come at exactly 1 p.m. So make sure, actually 1 a.m. So make sure you're tuned in for all those shows tonight. It's going to be very, very big and massive. So this is what the AFC Bell have written. It is understood that Arsenal is still in contact with Houssem Aouar's camp. The club has sent clear signals to the player and his family that Arteta intends to make Aouar the core of the team. The club sees Houssem's characteristics as the key to a more effective offensive tactic. AFC Bell. Does it make some sense? Does it make some sense? It is understood that Arsenal is still in contact with Houssem Aouar's camp. The club has sent clear signals to the player and his family that Arteta intends to make Aouar the core of the team. The club sees Houssem Aouar's characteristics as the key to a more effective offensive tactic down at Arsenal. That is from the AFC Bell. So now we have confirmed. There are no other confirmations. We have just confirmed that Arsenal will be looking to bring in Houssem Aouar come the January transfer window. We are going in, all heads in again. For Aouar, he's a player we wanted so much in the January in the summer. We tried to do everything that was possible. Talking to his agents, we talked to his agents. Personal terms were agreed. So many things we did with the Houssem Aouar's deal. There were so many things that really happened with Houssem Aouar, and everybody felt like Arsenal was about to sign Houssem Aouar. At one point in time, I was like, I think we are going to sign Houssem Aouar, but we are not going to sign Thomas Partey, because I felt like it was going to be Aouar. Fabrizio Romano had said it that Arsenal had made Aouar their priority, their major target in the summer. So there was no way we are going to be, we were going to believe that Arsenal was going to miss out on Houssem Aouar. Absolutely no way. But in the end, with 2-3 days to the end of the transfer summer, everything fell up. Everything fell apart. Everything fell off, and the transfer never happened. Then I asked myself, what is this, what's just going on? Then we went and paid 50 million quid for Thomas Partey. So the big question is, why didn't we sign Houssem Aouar in the summer? Because we had everything we wanted. If it's 40 million pounds and we paid 50 million quid for Thomas Partey, that means that we were in a financial position where I would sign him. That is what it means. So it's still not very clear as to why we didn't sign Houssem Aouar in the summer, because there's so many reasons why Arsenal, there's so many schools of thought and theories that will explain why a player didn't join Arsenal. Of course, he came out and confirmed that, I wanted to stay. I felt like, it was the best move for me to stay at the club and so on. But that doesn't convince me so well. That doesn't convince me. If you have agreed personal terms with the club, that means you're ready to join them and you're ready to leave your camp. Jean-Michel Aulas also came out and confirmed when they signed Lucas Paqueta. They said, we are going to lose 1 or 2 players on the next few days. All those stories, we looked at them, we did them, we went through them. It's still not very clear why Arsenal actually didn't sign Houssem Aouar. Because then I think we were in a position which was more attractive, more easier for us to sign Houssem Aouar. It was easier for us to sign Houssem Aouar then than it is now. Because then we were FA Cup champions, we were Community Shield champions. You think about everything like that, and you're like, we had a chance to sign Houssem Aouar, right? We had a chance to sign Houssem Aouar. We were more attractive. We looked like a side that was going to compete for top 10, top 4, top 5 positions in the league. But right now, with everything falling apart, with everything clearly showing that Arsenal is not that side anymore, that side that is going to, give a player top 4, top 6, it's really going to be hard to, convince Houssem Aouar to join this club. And his agent and his family have already told him that you need to join a side with Champions League football. You need to join a side with at least Europa League. Now, how do you tell me that the Houssem Aouar is going to join Arsenal when he is not sure he's going to get Champions League? He's not sure he's even going to get the least, which is Europa League. That is, that is, now what you call the real talk. Yeah, that's what you call real talk. How sure are we he will sign for a side that cannot guarantee him Europa League, that cannot guarantee him Champions League football? So how do you attract such a player to your side? I think it's even going to be harder and harder and harder. But all I can say is we wait and see. We wait and see. Mikel Arteta says he wants to play him, as part of his, 4-3-3, make him, one of those players that have that. I even don't know. It's not going to be so easy. But if he wants Houssem Aouar, he's got to put in everything he has. Just want to bring on a few people to hear from them. Koha, Morgan, Binu. How are you guys?
Hello, my brother.
Yes, please.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Binu?
Fine.
Yeah. I hope you have seen this story before I did it. I wanted to do it earlier, but I had no power.
Yes, I saw like in AFC Bell Twitter.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, what are your thoughts on Aouar? What are your thoughts on Arsenal going for Aouar again? Is it going to be another long January transfer window where we do not sign him, but we are linked with him whole summer?
I think like they will go this time because like in summer, like they if they go for summer, they won't have the money because like the other clubs are interested. PSG, then even Real Madrid is interested, I heard. So like then you can't beat them according to the money. You can't. So like if they want now, they have to buy in a January transfer window, or else like they won't get in summer. I'm 100% sure about that.
Yeah, I mean it's really gonna be very hard for us to go for Houssem Aouar. But
yeah, they put a price tag of 45 million. I heard 45 million.
Yeah. Kuhan, what do you think about this deal? Do you think it's a doable deal? I mean, some people are saying it's a deal we can do, but do you think it's a doable deal?
I think this time if you think right now, if you think right now in this current Arsenal club that we're having, okay, so Arteta is a person who has long dreams and he wants to go with his vision that he has a very ambitious vision for like 4 years. And as far as I know, the board is backing him and doing all this stuff. So if he doesn't sign Awa and he continues with this same lineup for 4 continuous years, how is he going to achieve his dreams and how is he going to achieve his vision? So realistically, seeing, I am sure that we will sign a player like Awa. I am not sure if we can sign our looking at the current situation that we are going through, but there is still a chance for our to come to Arsenal since right now that the TV rights in France they are not paying to respective French clubs. So I think that might force them to sell our in January. And as what AFC Bell said, that the our cap is willing to listen to Arsenal, and Arsenal have indicated some signals and given them that that he's going to be a key player for them. So I think it's kind of a doable deal, but I'm not sure if it will be done in January or not.
Yeah. Zoom, welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
It's okay. First and foremost, Houssem Aouar is back in the news after so long of a frustrating run in the summer. How do you feel about just him coming back in the news?
Excited. Absolutely excited. And to see that the
Mm.
AFC Bet has tweeted that Arsenal have contacted our camp has been exciting. But I don't think we will get him on January. Maybe in the summer, but could still happen. Last time, we never saw Partey coming to Arsenal. The
Mm.
AFC Bell tweeted that he was coming for months. We didn't believe, and on deadline day, he signed.
So probably this is a matter of patience. You want to suggest something like that? A matter of patience.
Yes, absolutely.
But you know, in the summer, I would have believed. I mean, it was believable that we would have brought in Houssem Aouar. It was quite believable. Why? You look at two things. One, you think like, we were more attractive in the summer, not as attractive as such, but we were more, kind of attractive. You were a side that had a couple of victories,
Even
and
Shabosly
yeah.
left us for Leipzig.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you think Aouar is going to be attracted? However much we want to make him the pivot, however much we want to make him the heart of the team, do you think he's going to be attracted?
He won't be attracted, but money talks.
And do we have the money to splash? Are we ready to spend that money?
I don't think so, to be honest. But you
Yeah.
never know. They said the owners have shown faith on Arteta, and the best way to show the faith is by spending the money.
Yeah. Yeah,
We can
exactly.
only bring our, like, if we give him a good wages like 100K a week, which other clubs may not pay 100K a week directly. So like we have to pay him like good wage, in which, and then after, then like the London life, the Premier League, that life, if he wants to come, then I think so he can come.
But do you think, guys, if our comes, everything gets better, midfield gets
No,
better?
No.
absolutely not. It won't. It won't.
I don't think he won't.
The problem at this club is Mikel Arteta.
Because the problem is right now that we are lacking in passing to the final third and not finishing it. So what we need now is to make sure that the ball will go forward at the same time we don't lose the ball. Okay, you see there's this player in our squad, and I know the player's name is Saka. Okay, he's a very very good player, talented player. There are times in a game, okay, in a game he makes a lot of chances, but only one goes in. And in the problem with him is when he receives the ball, he's a little bit shaky at times. He loses the ball quickly. So we need a player that doesn't lose the ball, and when he gets the ball, he knows what to do.
One player I
Like
want.
Felipe Coutinho, for example, when he gets the ball, he quickly knows where to pass to. We need that type of player, and Awa, I think he can do it. But like what you guys are saying, lah, I think I also
But
agree. We
but
need to have another player to accompany Awa in his vision of making a goal.
True.
But I'd rather get Buendia. Why spend
Then
60 million? Why
you
spend 60 million? I'd
yeah,
rather get Buendia.
but
No, like okay,
yeah.
okay,
You
okay.
can get
Continue.
Buendia for 20 million, but you're chasing a 22 year old that has a 60 million value. Why?
But I
Exactly.
think
Why?
if it's Mikel Arteta and how stubborn we have seen he is, he's going to go for one player, not for a kind of player, but he wants that, that particular player, like it was for Thomas Partey, like it is for Houssem Aouar. I think if it's going to be Mikel Arteta, who gets, gets done, with these transfers, it's basically going to be Houssem Aouar, which is not bad. I think he's a quality player. I think he's a good player. Although us don't need to do so much. I mean, we need to do so much to actually get him in. But guys, if we don't sign Houssem Aouar, who is the perfect alternative there? Kuhan.
Okay, in my view, I think it is very hard to see. You know why? Because Atita's vision is always, whenever he came to this club, he has always admired this one and only player, and his name is Houssem Aouar.
Yeah.
Edu's perspective in attacking is always has been in this past last summer, I think, Dominic Soboslai, but we were unable to get Dominic Soboslai. So, and I've read sources from Twitter saying that number one priority is Soboslai. If we don't get Soboslai, we'll get Aouar. But if we still don't get Aouar, I think very realistically and very likely and financially it is very friendly. Buendia is the best option. If you look at the rate of smart passes he made, smart passes like how Kevin De Bruyne does, like how Coutinho Felipe Coutinho does. We need that kind of player, all out.
Emi
No,
Buendia. Yeah.
like we have to sell like 4 to 5 people to get 2 players. So we have to sell first, then only we can bring in another player. I don't know like why everyone is saying we can get them. It's not like we cannot get them. We can get them, but the thing is like we have to sell first the players. Already 2 players are out of the squad.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. You know why? There's this journalist named Fabrizio Romano in I think 3 weeks ago. He said that Arsenal got the money. They have money like how all the other top six clubs have. But the problem is they need to dispose the players that they have now. The amount of centre backs they have, the amount of unnecessary midfielders who are very poor in our squad, a fringe player like Shaka. We
Yes,
need to
true,
get
true.
rid of all of them. Yes, bro. Yes, we need to get rid of the deadwood, bro. It is just unnecessary wage being given out to them, and it's just unnecessary, bro. We have to release all of these players, bro. Then you can have a proper 25 men's squad list for the 6 months, for the Premier League
Yeah.
and Europa League.
I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. But the way Mikel Arteta looks at Houssem Aouar is he looks at him as like you would see Bruno Fernandes at United, the Kevin De Bruyne of Manchester City. That kind of player who's going to do everything for the club. Guys, do you see him as that kind of player with that potential that he's going to come and overturn things at Arsenal?
Okay.
Jibin Binu, I think you can start first lah. I'll see later.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so first of all, like Aouar is a number 8. He's not a proper number 10. He's CM. So like he can get along with Partey like in the deep. You understand like the deep holding. So like yes, he's an attacking, but he's a complete number 8, not a number 10. So if we bring Aouar, we have to bring Bendia also. Bendia is a number 10. He's a create most of the chances. Aouar is like from deep inside. He's making the play. So like we
Yeah.
have to if you are getting Aouar, we have to get Buendia also, or like you can bring Isco. I won't have any problem with that. But if you are bringing Isco, you have to bring Aouar too, because both of them like Aouar is a number 8 and Isco is a number 10. So like then it will make sense. Just buying Aouar doesn't make sense, because if just buying Aouar, it's like number 8, and he's playing as the same role how Danny Ceballos is playing. Even Danny Ceballos is number 8. So deep lying midfielder. So that's the issue I have. So if you're buying Aouar, you have to buy one more creative midfielder, number 10.
Yeah, Yeah, it's really perfect. But in a 4-3-3 that Mikel Arteta wants to play, then you don't need a number 10. That's why I think he would want Aouar and Isco. Do you see both players, fitting in together, Aouar and Isco?
Okay, like I can make like if it's a 4-3-3, they can make even Isco play center midfielder too. Like when he was in Madrid, like he used to play CM when Cruz was not there. So like when Cruz was injured or someone was injured for the replacement, he used to play a CM role, number 8 role. So you can put him also there. You can put Isco, Aouar, and from the deep holding, we can put Thomas Partey there. So it will be okay.
Yeah.
It's a balance. Okay, at least you can say it's a balance. Even though Partey is a box to box, but still he can do the defensive job.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's gonna. He wants to try to use 3 midfielders like you see at Manchester City. You have Rodri, you have Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne. I think that's what he wants to play. I think that's the kind of football he wants to play with.
Yes, true. Because like even Kevin De Bruyne when he plays in cam role, but he used to play as a number 8 sometimes because for holding the 3-3 or 4-3-3 holding. For that, he brings down it deeps down into a number 8 role too sometimes.
Yeah.
What I see is, in my opinion, I prefer a midfielder, and I think Atita thinks this too. I think he prefers a midfielder that can control the tempo of the game and can dribble well. A player who is good at retaining position and a natural number 8, like Houssem Aouar. His dream, okay, I'll say first. So his dream is like how Pep Guardiola is thinking, Pep Guardiola has Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, and another midfielder, I forgot. But it's a similar system, 2 advanced midfielders, 1 defending midfielder. That is what Arteta is also thinking. He wants to have 2 attacking midfielders and also another number 10 midfielder. But unfortunately, we couldn't get Szoboszlai. So I rather buy Aouar and Buendia. You see, Aouar doesn't just, it's not that as simple as you buy Aouar, you solve the solution, For a number 8, you need to accompany a player, that Aouar has to be accompanied. Because his job is just to retain the possession. His role is not necessarily to make key passes and all that. Just to retain the position, and he has to pass to the number 10. And the number 10's job is to, make the final passes, make the dynamic runs, make the assists, and possibly even make goals. But our role is just to retain the possession, control the tempo of the game. So we need to get a person who can make final passes, dynamic runs, goals, and assists. So that's why Buendia comes in. So Aouar and Buendia is a perfect partnership. If you cut one of them, the chemistry won't be there.
Yeah. I still think, but maybe he doesn't want a number 10. Maybe he wants a person like, I mean, guys, to you, is Kevin De Bruyne a number 10 or is he a number 8?
He is obviously a number 10. Number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah, but he used to play like number 8 when it's necessary.
Exactly. So I think he needs a player like that. He needs a player like Kevin De Bruyne. He wants a player like Kevin De Bruyne. That player who is all over the field and creates chances, at least 20 assists in a season, 30 chances per 10 games. I think he needs that kind of player. He doesn't want to play the traditional number 10, because if he wanted the traditional number 10, then he should have been playing either Smith Rowe or Mesut Ozil. But it seems he doesn't want a traditional number 10. He wants players that can actually play a free role on the pitch but create more chances. I think that's what he's looking for.
I get it. Yes. So, example, like according to what you're trying to say, Aouar can switch with number 8 and number 10. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if we already occupy the particular role in that one player, let's say, for example, now Aouar, he's a left midfielder. So, in the 4-3-3 system, in the midfield 3 there, he'll accompany the left side, okay? Like what you said. Then in the middle will be Thomas Partey, and in the right, okay? So, who will be on the right? If you say like that, okay? Then who will be as the number what?
Isco is right footed.
Look, guys. Look at the way Manchester City line up. They play Fernandinho, who would be our Thomas Partey, right?
Yes.
they play Kevin De Bruyne, who would be our Houssem Aouar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they play Ike Gundogan or Lodri
Or either Foden.
or Foden or Bernardo Silva somewhere there. You understand?
So I just want
Yeah.
to know what role are they going to play? Number what?
I think I think a 4-3-3. I mean, it's not all about numbers. It's all about zones. I think that's what he's trying to play. He doesn't want to play the traditional number 6, number 7, number 8, number 10. He doesn't want that, because if you look at City, at any time, Rodri is going to create a chance. At any time, Fernandinho is going to create a chance. At any time, Kevin De Bruyne is going to create a chance. Although there is that player that has more, efficiency on the pitch, but I think Mikel Arteta is trying to, to do something that break away from the traditional 4-4 of Big Sam, break away from the traditional way of lining up of the Big Sam and of that kind of football. I think that's what.
Oh, I get you, Kosi. I get you, my man. So what you're trying?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, okay, I get it now. He wants a player. He wants 2 players to accompany the role of number 8 and number 10 together. Right? Exactly. So, for example, now, let's say, for example, number 8, number 10, he switched to number 10. After that, when he's trying to do assist, he loses the ball. Then number 8, then the number 10, number 8 guy who's going to give back the ball. After he pass back to number 8, number 10. So example, like they have a balance in the attacking fluidness. Right? That's what I'm trying to say, right, Kosi?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, yes. It is a very good strategy.
Yeah, and I think if you look at that, you're like, yeah. Because look at Liverpool. Liverpool literally do not have a traditional number 6. Do you see how they play?
Yeah, correct.
They have
they use left backs and right backs
No,
to create
like
chances.
they used to play Fabinho as a defensive midfielder, but now he played as a centre back. Yeah, before
exactly.
he used to play as defensive midfielder, now centre back. So like when Thiago comes, Thiago can stabilize the whole midfield with Henderson and Wijnaldum.
Exactly. So they don't have the traditional number 10 like you would see, because Thiago is literally wants to play this kind of football. Yeah, he creates a lot of chances and so on. But you cannot call him a traditional number 10. Again, you can't call Jenan Henderson a number 10. You can't call Gigi Wijnaldum a number 10. So they play they play a number 10 who is a false 9 in Roberto Firmino there. So I think that's the kind of football Mikel Arteta wants, because that is modern football, by the way. In modern football, there isn't anything like number 10, number 9, and that's why you see when you look at how Liverpool beat Tottenham, nobody expected Bobby Firmino to score that goal, because he's always not in that spot. He's not that kind of striker you're always worrying about to be there. So they leave him unmarked, and he scores that kind of goal. I think that's what Mikel Arteta is trying to build. But does it, can we guarantee the fact that even if he gets those players, he's going to actually give us the results?
Yeah, actually, yeah. So that is the problem. Okay, if you have 2 good advanced midfielders, if there is 2 Houssem Aouars and 1 Thomas Partey, and then the forwards, how are they going to be? If you see now in Aubameyang, the incompetency in him. Okay, you see. Okay, like for example, now the goal drought. I think in 10 games, I think he never scored the goal. Suddenly, the previous game he scored. Did you see? What did he tweet? He tweeted, okay, there was this guy who said, everybody faces this kind of spell, and end of the day, they will score the goal. And he's showing the type of eyes. You don't know what he's supposed to say as captain. Guys, fans, you don't deserve this. I will improve the team. He has to say some kind of supporting words. He's doing this. Okay? He doesn't give us confidence that he can actually be a really good striker for us. We need a player with hunger, like how Enkitia is, like how Nelson is. Look at how they are improving. You look at Pepe, okay, we signed him last year. I gave him a year. I was, in my opinion, I wanted to give him a year to digest into his team, understand the culture, suit him well. In just 1 year, okay, I was just giving, okay, so doesn't care. But I'm talking about this season. I wanted results from him. What happened to that? What happened to our left wing? Why are we keep on putting Saka? We have to have a consistent left wing, like Gabriel Martinelli.
Yeah, I think Martinelli is gonna come back 2 or 3 times.
But I keep getting worried, You see, Arteta is a person who is naturally in that position. He will switch them and put under a different position. For example, now Martinelli is a good left wing, but I'm worried, he won't put him there. Because as it is, he doesn't put Nelson in that position. We all know that Nelson is really good in the left wing forward. So what is the guarantee that he'll put Martinelli in the left wing?
Yeah, maybe that's a point to discuss. But for Reece Nelson, I might side with Mikel Arteta. He's a very good player, but the problem with Reece Nelson is his output. He lacks that accuracy in crossing. He lacks that accuracy, that final ball, the decision in the final third. He lacks that. If he can work on that, I think he's gonna be very, very good.
Yeah, I agree with you, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be a very good player. But again, let us discuss Isco. Do you think Isco and Houssem Aouar can play the same team and we get the results we want?
I think we can see first.
Okay. Like I think like it can work because like when I said earlier, like when Isco can also play at number 8 when necessary. So like ours is number 8. So when as you said, like when 4-3-3 when we play in that system, I think both can work together. So I don't have that problem with that. And like we can put Partey as a holding midfielder also, like as a base. So I think like it can work. But if you're working it, we have to buy both of them. We can't just buy one of them. And
it's clear. It's clear because if you get only Isco, then you're missing what Houssem Aouar brings. If you bring Houssem Aouar alone, then you miss what Isco is gonna give you.
Yes, true. And one more thing, Lan, it's like before getting this both of them, we have to sell this 4 players. So like I want to ask you guys a question, like who do we realistically think like we can sell 4 players in this January window? Because we have to sell 4 players in order to get 2 players.
You see, I would say, it's not a matter of selling right now because Arsenal do not have players with nice resale value. That's a fact. We don't have players with the resale value. If you ask me, how many players can we get rid of and they have resale value? They're not so many. So I think Ozil, if we can convince Ozil to leave in the January transfer window, if the manager is not going to use him, then that is one of them. If you can have Socrates leave because he's already not in the squad, that is the other player. Kolasinac, I think he should be leaving. We are not going to get so much of big money.
Okay, we don't need that money. We just need that investment needed from the owner because owner Karaoke has himself said like he has a full faith in him. So he had to put the money in for him, just not by getting the money. He had to put confidence in him.
Yeah, exactly. You see, when you sell the players, it doesn't matter about the investment. It matters about the 25 player list. The 25 player list. How many players are going to be left out? Yeah, you see, Ozil, Socrates, they're getting left out. We need to reduce those situations,
Yeah, I think there is.
In the private chat, one person wants to add here. Gunnar FC. Can you add him?
Let me try see. I'll try to add him when he comes back. He has left.
Okay.
So guys, look at it. Look at it in this sense. Let us look at it in this sense. We have Aouar, we have Partey, we have Aouar, we have Partey, and Isco. For example, that is the midfield there. Then does it make us top 4 contenders?
Yeah. It will. Do you know why? Because Isco, he plays in a role of a central midfield and an attacking midfield. He can switch between a central midfield and an attacking midfield. Central midfield is number 8. Attacking midfield is number 10. He can switch between both of them, and he's right-footed. So he exactly suits the right Houssem Aouar. The left Houssem Aouar is the original Houssem Aouar. But we're talking about the right Houssem Aouar, whether he's the right one, whether Isco can suit the right Houssem Aouar. And I think he does suit. He can switch what. So I think this is a great partnership and a great chemistry that can form together.
So then I'll go for Gunnar FC. Gunnar, welcome on the show, my brother.
Thank you for letting me join.
It's okay. No, I had not noticed I was not on the screen. I was on another screen. But what are your thoughts on Houssem Aouar? I mean, I was really frustrated last summer, and that's why I'm really skeptical about this story. Should I even talk about it? Should I leave it? What are your thoughts on Houssem Aouar first before we even go into on what could his impact be? Yes, Gunnar. I think his mic is a little bit having problems, but he'll come on and join us later, guys. I mean, Ateta says Aouar is going to be
My
the core, the pivot of our team. He wants to build around Houssem Aouar. That's a big problem. Let me tell you, when you look at one of the reasons as to why Liverpool is surviving today, they have not built their team around anyone. Have you guys noticed that?
Actually, they build a team around basically left backs and right backs.
No, I mean, because for me, if I look at Liverpool and the way they play, you think like if Mane is down and Salah is down, they're not performing. They still perform. When Virgil van Dijk goes out, they're still getting the good results. When Trent is not performing, they still get the results. I think their squad is built in a way that every department can rise up to the occasion when another department is down. I think that is how how Jurgen Klopp has built their side.
I think
Yeah,
this is about more about the diversity in the roles.
Yeah, there's a lot of diversity in the roles. It's not the way Pep has built his team, because I've seen Kevin De Bruyne struggle and City is struggling as well. Have you noticed that, guys?
Yes, yes, yes. I have seen they are not the form they were before.
Yeah. So when they do not create chances through Kevin, it is hard for them to score. It's really hard for them to get to break the opponent. If Mikel Arteta says he wants to build our team around Houssem Aouar, that is a little bit scary, because one man like this, Thomas Partey, gets injured and we are clueless in that midfield. We are really, really clueless. We don't have ideas. Doesn't that scare you? Houssem Aouar, we build our team around Houssem Aouar. Doesn't that communicate that if he gets injured, we are finished?
No,
yeah,
like
but the
because
thing
like
is
we have
that
to build a system. We have to build a system because when there is no midfielders, for example in Liverpool, like when they didn't have Thiago, when Henderson went injured, Curtis Jones, I think you have heard of him, Curtis Jones.
He's
That's
a
a
brilliant
engineer
player.
role. Yeah, brilliant player. Yeah. So the thing is don't care whichever midfielders you are. Like even if you are an average midfielder, they can fit the system because Klopp makes one system. In that system, any average midfielder can become into a world class midfielder.
Yeah. But because the thing with Liverpool, look at this season. One of their best performers last season was Mane. He is underperforming, but they have a certain Jota who has scored 9 goals this season. He joined in the summer. I think that's the beauty with Liverpool, and this is what I would want to see
but
with
the thing
Arsenal.
is that
Yeah.
the thing is that their owners actually invest.
Yeah. I do agree.
We can talk about Isco, Aouar, all of those players. But the thing is that, do you really think we're gonna get Aouar in January? No. Because his price tag is gonna go up from this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we know how tough Leon negotiations are. They are really tough on there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard
They're
like that
Because
35 million plus Gendouzi, I think so. The player
we
for the
can't.
swap.
They said 60 million last year, but if we go for in January, they might say 80 million. And apparently Juventus are coming in the race as well. So
Yeah, but I think the PSG have agreed terms with him, but they didn't put a price in him. So that's why we still have a hope in him. That's why I think so AFC Bell just tweeted about our thing, because PSG even have get an agreed terms with him. But the thing is Lion doesn't want to sell these players in to their rivals in
and
League One.
also, if we want to get Aouar and Isco, both of them, we have to clear out the waste, the garbage in the club.
Yeah. That's really true.
Because we can take out Shaka. We have to take some players out because their wage bill literally adds up every week, month. It's a lot of money. So we need to take some players out to bring new faces. We can't just keep adding faces. We need to clear some out because there's a lot of garbage in that club.
Yeah.
And if we don't, and we have okay.
And let me ask you this, guys. Yeah, there is a lot of garbage, but the problem is we even don't have the needed squad depth. We have 27 players, but when one player gets injured like this, you feel like we do not have a replacement, a direct replacement for that that kind of player. Do you agree?
Yeah, true. Like for example, like in for Kieran Tierney, for
Yeah.
left back, like, when he's injured, do you think Kolasinac will do the job for him?
Yeah. When Partey is out, it's like that's already a big blow. When Aubameyang is out, it's a big blow. When when the goalkeeper is out, it's a big blow. When Gabriel Magalhaes is out, it's a big blow. So we even don't have the much needed squad depth. So I even don't know. I think I would agree with what Charles Swart said today, that if you're going to build a massive project at Arsenal, then it's going to take us more 4 years, and then we need to be more and more patient. We need to, we are going to, we are going to stick to these bad performances, being 15th, being 13th, because for Christ's sake, Arsenal do not have a bench you think is a real bench.
Yeah. So the problem right now with Arsenal is the board, the executive directors. If you see through the years of Ivan Gazidis and many other executive boards in the year of 2018, 2017, the players that they signed for 80 or 60 million were Shaka and these two other fringe players. So in that summer, they spent 80 million on fringe players. Not absolute quality, but fringe players, and they did not even sell enough players to compensate for buying new players.
That's
So
because
that was the
every club
mistake that was
knows
done.
that our players are shit. Every
Yeah.
club,
Exactly,
every
man.
club knows our players are shit. So who would buy them?
Exactly, and this is what Arsene Wenger was trying to do. Whenever he was trying to buy a player, he said, "We look at the resale value." I mean, he was trying to show you that at least when a player doesn't work, you can sell them off and bring in another player. But these days, we don't look at resale value. Willian doesn't have a resale value, right?
Yeah.
David Louis doesn't have a resale value, so if you're tired of him, you can just let him go on a free. He doesn't have a resale value. Kolasinac doesn't have a resale value. Socrates doesn't have a resale value. I don't think Callum Chambers has a resale value. So you look at almost 10 players that could leave the club, and they do not have a resale value.
Yeah, but it's like it's better than nothing, because like we can clear the players and we can bring in new one. Even if we don't doesn't have like for example, if we are selling David Luiz for free, it's like everyone is free. But the thing is like we don't then it will be little more relaxed in the club, because like we can bring another players. Don't care about the money, because like if we are not getting the money also, I just think this is a better option. Just leave them and bring in different one. Bringing quality players, because Karonke himself is said like he's ready to spend for him, he's ready for backing him, so he should give the money for him, just not like by selling players and like and buying players. Like I think Vinay has said, like I think before the summer transfer window, he said like we don't need to sell players to bring someone in. He himself said like that. So like then they have to back him, right?
But I mean, for Vinay to say that, I wouldn't even blame him. I doubt whether that guy knows so much about football. I doubt. Yes, I know he knows a lot about marketing and so on. But for football, Vinay, he's not one guy you're gonna quote and trust. I just don't think he's one guy that is a credible source when it comes to to footballing matters.
Yeah, true. Because even Edu, even I am having too much doubts on Edu. He's saying like for William, we need still time. Why do we need time? It's like 7 years he was at Chelsea, and now he needs time from here.
Yeah. But I mean, Edu, I'm just looking at Edu here on Twitter and Fabrizio Romano, and Romano says Edu just confirmed that Arsenal will go for a creative player, and I think. Yeah. So I don't think that player should be one. I think if Arsenal is going for a creative player, we should be going for more than one. Houssem Aouar this season has had 11 appearances, and he has had 3 assists and 2 goals. That is so low for a player who's going to overturn Arsenal. He has 18% goal participation. So I still don't see him as a player who's going to overturn things at Arsenal. I
Yeah,
think
because like he's a number 8. He's a number 8. That's the reason. He's not a number 10.
yeah, exactly. I do agree.
So like, and one more thing I forgot. Like, I think Torreira is coming back. Is he coming
Torreira is
back?
Torreira
Okay,
is
then we have to
coming
sell
back.
even more players. Then we have to sell like then again we have to sell 5 players then this January if Torreira is coming back. Because like if Torreira comes back, it will be just one space left for one player. So okay, if you are bringing Houssem Aouar, okay, one place is there. What about the another player? Like we need one more like for next to him, Buendia or Isco. For that we need to sell one more player also.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, what's the impact of Torreira coming back, guys? Is he the kind of player like you look at and you're like, yeah, I mean,
He's
let
lost
him come back.
momentum. He's lost
Yeah,
momentum.
Yeah.
Because Unai start playing as number 10. Even though he's a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
So if he can get his confidence back, he was a great player. I actually liked him when he first came to the club. But
Yeah,
if he
same
doesn't
thing.
get the confidence back, he is a good player, but I just don't think his future at Arsenal is no more. I think he'll have to go. But that's only
Yeah, I
depending
think
on his
his agent said,
confidence.
even his agent have said like we are looking for a new club. I heard because he was doesn't fit in Arteta's system or like I don't know. Like his agent have clearly said that. But if he's coming, like I think it will be a good thing because you can play him and Partey next to each other. When Elneny played next to Partey, Elneny was looking very good solid. Like when we saw the game against United, so like that defensive structure. So like you can if you put Torreira next to Partey, I think so Torreira will become even a better player. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Nathan, welcome on, but welcome aboard.
Yeah, what's going on? I might have to go soon, so.
It's okay. Aouar, Isco, Torreira coming back. What are your thoughts on those three? I mean, I was just looking at Aouar, Isco, and Partey, and I'm like, that is a super midfield that could even take us top 5.
Yeah, we should get all 3 of them. All 3 of them all slot into our midfield perfect because our midfield is crap. But are you not worried about Torreira? Like, why all of a sudden are they telling him that he can come back? Is there something internally going wrong, or like I don't understand what's really going on? He's supposed to go out there.
Diego Simeone's style because he's really defensive.
But I would think that
he already has like
I would think that he would fit really well in the system because like he's kind of like that midfield destroyer. And even though he's not as big as Partey, I would think that Simeone would really like him.
You know how squad depth.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I'm hoping that's not an attitude problem because already, as you can tell, you already know that Taya has a bit of a problem with like dealing with players that have an attitude. So I'm hoping it's not an attitude problem, and I'm just thinking that maybe he can come back and he start putting in performances because I don't really want to see Granit Xhaka play another game for Arsenal.
But still, I don't think Torreira should be sold. I think he's a great squad player. One player, if Thomas Partey is injured, you bring him on. If you want to rest Thomas Partey, you can bring him on. If you want to rest, for example, if you have Aouar and you want to rest Aouar maybe in the 80th minute or in the 70th minute, you can bring him on. I see him as a good player. Squad player.
This is my thing, is that everybody keeps on saying Aouar can play number 10, but for me, I think it's perfect that maybe you put Partey there. Partey, like you want to play double pivot, play Partey and Aouar, and you have Aouar kind of be like the box that gets kind of like Danny Ceballos. He gets forward a bit in the
yeah, because he's a number 8. That's the reason.
Yeah, he's a number 8.
Yeah, but the problem with Aouar is he is not good defensively. So it is not friendly to put him as a pivot with Partey.
Yeah, but his job isn't to be good defensively. He will get stuck in. What I'm saying is like kind of like if you want to play double pivot, like if you look at Man United, yeah, I know it's not the best example, but look at what they're doing to Pogba. Even though like Pogba isn't that good defensively, he gets stuck in. You understand? But he also create from deep. Even though that's not his ideal role, he can do that. I'm just saying that's what Aouar does. That's why Aouar doesn't have that much assist because he's a deep line playmaker. He plays the pass before the assist. He puts the ball in dangerous area. He's like a Thiago, like a
yeah.
He's like a
man. Yeah. I agree with you, man.
He's like a Frankie De Jong, if you get what I'm trying to say. He's that
Yeah,
type of
exactly.
player. So I will have Partey be kind of like the DM, clean stuff up, maybe get forward if he really needs to, and then have a wild kind of do the box to box. And then number 10, you can put Saka, you can put Pepe, you can put Willian, maybe you can go find another player to play there. Maybe put Buendia there. I think he'd be perfect. He'd be cheap. You can even get him on loan, and then if you don't like him, you can just tell him to go back to Norwich. So I think if you just get Aouar and then maybe put somebody who's capable of playing at number 10, I think that's good going forward.
You see, I was trying to say that, I mean, City play a kind of a midfield three, and none of them exactly seems like a number, like in number 10. Like last season, if I look at how they were playing last season, that Silva, they had Fernandinho or Gundogan, and then they had Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, Silva is like, for me, Silva is like an Isco for me. They have that kind of touch. They have that kind of, footballing brain behind, behind the enemy's box. And then Kevin De Bruyne is more of a player I do not understand. He's going to get his figures. He's going to get his statistics.
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne is basically like he's just Pogba. He just goes wherever he wants. If he wants to play DM, he play DM. If he wants to, he always go. Notice how most of his assists comes from crosses, from like the right.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know if you noticed, like Kevin De Bruyne, he's a world class player, but if you play him this straight through the middle as a number 10, he's not doing anything because he needs to come to the right and curve the ball, and that's how he plays. He likes to go to the right and cross it to the back.
I think I agree. So my concern is if Mikel Arteta wants to play that kind of football in a 4-3-3 like Pep, then I think he's going for the wrong players. Why is not a Kevin De Bruyne? Isco is not that kind of player that's going to give you something like that as well. I think then he's going for the wrong players, because at the end of the day, a 4-3-3 doesn't call for a number 10, so he's not going to sign a number 10.
Yeah, but the thing is that you can buy all the players you want in the world, but if he doesn't have the proper system to play these players, then are we just gonna sell Aouar a dream and then come in and then but still gonna be 15th? Because then that's just a waste of money. You don't want him to be another Denelson or something. You want him to come in. You want him to, because I feel bad for some of these players like Tierney, Maitland-Niles. They've been sold the dream. Maitland-Niles, he could have went to Wolves where he could have been playing most of the games before they got Semedo. They were gonna buy him. So then you're selling all these players' dreams. They're getting upset. The morale is dipping because you're telling them, oh, we're gonna challenge for this. We're gonna challenge for this. Like, Mikel Arteta, if he wants to keep his job, he needs to come up with a system that we're gonna see progress. Like one thing I don't mind is that I want to see progress, but over this whole year, I haven't seen any progress. That's why I'm calling Arteta out, because it's fair to say that there's been no progress. So I want to see progress in terms of the football,
man.
And I want to see progress.
So, like, talking about that, about our next game against Everton, what do you think is the solution to the problem they are facing right now? What do you think a lineup that we should have for our next game?
I mean,
okay,
go.
Me?
Binu, speak, Binu.
The lineup you are telling me for Everton? Okay, Leno on goal. Like, I will put left back Tierney, right back Maitland-Niles, or like Maitland-Niles. Then the centre back, I had to go with David Luiz, to be honest. Like, because we don't have any option left. So like David Luiz, then Holding.
I think he'll play Pablo. I think he'll play Pablo Mari.
Yeah, possibly he can play Pablo Mari there. Then this midfield, like, I don't think it will be 4-3-3. I'm sure it won't be a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3. It will be 3-4-3 because like it's Everton and their attack is crazy. Then I know like some players are injured. Alan James is not there, but still like they will put up a fight for that. So like I think it will be Tierney as a left centre back, then David Luiz and Holding. Then in the left wing back, they will most probably Saka will be playing as the left wing back. Then in the center midfield, I think it will be Elneny and Ceballos most probably. And in the right hand side, it will be Pepe left hand side, maybe it will be Willian or like there's no other options in left right or Reece Nelson. Then striker Aubameyang.
Yeah, brilliant. I would agree. I would definitely agree with that. But for me, my case is not on how we line up. My case is on how we improve our game. I think that's going to be the real big thing. How we improve our game, how we approach these games. Because against Everton, you would agree, but they have a target man. If you count out Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison, I mean, you're on the same level with them. Then how do you take that ball to them? This kind of sitting back and wait for clubs to make a mistake is just not going to work. The quality of Everton is good. But what about our quality? How do we show our quality? We never show our quality in games. And I was talking about this in my match reaction last time. We never show our quality in games. It's like we're a club that doesn't have any quality going forward. We can hold on to a 1-1 for 20 minutes, but we cannot actually add one goal when it is 0-0 or 1-1, when we are 11 men. So how do we we just need to change our a little bit of style play. I've seen Arsenal players have the ball and they are so lost. They don't know what to use the ball for. They are so lost. I'm telling you, if there is anything that we need to change at this football club, is the way we approach games. I think that's that is it.
I still think it's going to be the same. I don't think anything's going to change. So I think we're just going to go up there and just say, you know what, let's defend. But they're probably going to have more of the ball than us. He's probably going to go up there and say, you know what, let's defend. Let's keep defending and see if we can get a result. But that Calvert-Lewin, he's a problem. He's actually an Arsenal fan as well. But he's Richarlison. He's a problem. And you want to know somebody who's going to be really key on the right-hand side, Iwobi. And you might laugh at saying that.
It won't be surprised if he scores a stunner and celebrate in front of us.
But he scored a bicycle. He scored a bicycle.
When you saw Theo Walcott scored that goal against Southampton, he was celebrating. So I don't think it won't be a surprise if Iwobi scores.
Yeah, I mean,
let me tell you why I think Iwobi. Let me tell you why I think Iwobi is going to be key. Because you see Iwobi, even though I actually used to support Iwobi, but he's not the greatest player. But one thing he can do is that he brings his teammates into the game. So I don't know if you watched the Chelsea game yet, but what he did, he got the ball, he held up the ball. I swear he held off he held off Ben Chilwell, he held off he holds the ball, passes it to the guy that's running through, and then whether it's Calvert-Lewin, whether it's the guy from the Torreira, anybody, because they all make runs into the box, and then they have.
I saw when he played in the Chelsea game, in the stoppage time, he hold the ball with his skills, with his dribbling. He just kept there for time wasting, for somehow to finish the game.
Yeah, and plus he's not that slow. He has decent pace as well. So if you give him some room, he's gone. So if they get the ball to Calvert-Lewin, he'll knock it down to Richarlison, and those two, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, I don't trust our center backs to really deal with them, because you can go next to them. They also have pace. They have strength. They can score. They can score headers. They can score a screen. I don't know how you defend against these guys. So if we had somebody like Gabriel, maybe I'll be a bit more confident. But I think
actually, it puts us in a very, very difficult position when you don't have Gabriel, you don't have Partey. It puts us in a situation where you think actually we are coming into a lost battle. Yeah, man. But just as we wind up this, if you have Thomas Partey back and you have Martinelli back and you have I don't want to say Aouar because I can't believe he's gonna sign, but and you have Torreira back. Do you see that as and you fit in Martinelli, you fit in Lucas Torreira and Partey, try to jumble things around with Dani Ceballos? Do you see us bounce back even when we don't have any transfers in?
No.
Because we still lack the creativity, because Martinelli is more of a forward, a winger and a striker, and Thomas Partey is holding midfield. So they will do their job, but like we can't do like from the midfield, like we can't like create the chance. And when you see like from the last 2 years, when Ramsey went, we just scored just 3 goals in the midfield. That just shows like how midfield weak we are. We cannot score from the midfield. It's all like depending from Aubameyang and Inshallah.
Yeah, I agree. Moreover, Iwobi is also playing really well. Yeah, I mean, it's not actually, guys. Why is it that most of the people that have left this football club in the recent years are doing well? Walcott is doing well. Iwobi is doing well. Unai Emery is doing well at in Spain. Is he with Villarreal? Then this
So Gnabry.
Ivan Gazidis at AC Milan, he's doing well. His team is fast. So why is it that everybody's doing well, but when they are Arsenal, nothing is going right? I mean, what do you think?
Because this club is rotten from top to bottom. This is why I say Bukayo Saka. Yeah, if he's able to become a superstar at this club, yeah, I would have to hold my hands up and say, you know what, he did it. This is why I keep on seeing players like Gnabry, Jeff Adderley. They go on to do big things because this club, yeah, it's not the right environment to succeed at this club. Like look at people like not Iwobi, but he's playing well now. But if you look at players like I said, like Gnabry, Daniel Malin that plays for PSV, he was in our academy. There's been plenty of players that have gone on to do great stuff, like Ashley Cole. Yeah. Like that's the environment at this club is poor, bro. Like everybody is just in it for themselves to get money and to like it's not the right environment for people to succeed at this club.
Yeah, and like first of all, like I think you guys have heard about that Van Persie when he said like the owners doesn't have any ambition, so like he left because like they gave many lists like how we will improve, but he told like he doesn't need the numbers, he just needs to win the title. So like then they're like they don't know what to say even. So like then which Van Persie left for United, which like I am angry with it, but I cannot even blame him because like there's no ambition in this.
If Arteta plays Bellerin, then Richardson will dominate. Niles is a must for Everton. Guys, were you impressed? Were you impressed with Maitland-Niles' performance? I thought it was for me. I would have played. Okay. I would have played Cedric.
I mean, he couldn't really get too forward because he would have got caught out because Southampton had most of the possession. But I think he played all right. I wish he put on more of a performance, but I don't think he's starting tomorrow. I think he start Bellerin.
I think we also play Bellerin. Guys, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So at exactly 9:30, I'll be doing the match preview Everton Arsenal. I hope you guys will join me then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that is if you can. Yeah. So thanks everybody who has been watching. 9:30. That is 1 hour from now. We are going to be doing the match preview. Everton, the predicted lineup, how we can beat Everton. I think I should be talking about that because I've seen them. I've seen the way they play, and I'm like, yeah, this is really hard for Arsenal to beat. They have collected 6 points out of their last 2 games, so that means they are really on fire. We shall be looking at the records we have against them and the records they have against us. We shall be looking at what Mikel Arteta said in his press conference. So tune in exactly 1 hour. I'm going to be scheduling that right now as I go off. That has been the Arsenal daily transfer update. I'm sorry it dropped late. It was because I didn't have power right down in my country, but now I am very, 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 very steady. Alfred says, "Thanks, man. It's okay, it's okay, my brother." Yes, please, brother. Yes, please.
Did you heard like today's news? Like Willian and David Luiz like had turned on Arteta. Like I don't know whether it's true or not.
Yeah, I've seen that. And we are going to talk about that in the match preview when we go through Mikel Arteta's press conference.
Okay.
Exactly. Thank you so much, though.
Thank you. Big up.
All right. So thanks everybody, and of course, big up to all the guys who have been on. It really means a lot to the Arsenal podcast when you guys bring in your voices. So it's not limited. I repeat, it's not limited. If you want to come on this show and talk out your opinion as an Arsenal fan, it's as easy as you either hit me on my WhatsApp number. it is in the it's always in the description, or you follow the link that I put in the chat section. I'm going to start putting that link in the description as well. So you just hit that link and then you join in. We discuss Arsenal matters. Been discussing about Houssem Aouar. More news are going to come about Houssem Aouar, and I'll discuss them. I'll discuss the stories. So make sure you are always tuned in. We're coming back shortly with what you would call the match preview. Arsenal up against the big club Everton, the Merseyside. Can we beat them? It's not going to be an easy game for Mikel Arteta. Is it when Mikel Arteta is going to be sacked? We shall talk that and more. As always, smash the like button, click on that like button, and make sure your like button is either blue or black. If you're watching from a mobile, it's going to be blue. It's going to be black. If you're watching from a computer, then it's going to be blue. Subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. As always, come on, you Gunners.